Hi everybody, and this is What If Deku Married a Snake Girl Part 7. And before I get into this video, I want to say I'm bringing out one new what if. And this is between what if Deku had a bunny quirk, and what if Deku, the goddess and the hero. And that's all I want to say, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. As this video starts off from where we left off last time, with Mia wondering what this was. This registered in Izuku's head, but in Mia it took a couple of seconds before it fully registered. As Mia screeched, as this woke up Inko, as Inko rushed into the room, wondering if Mia was okay, as then she saw Mia and Izuku, both naked in bed. As her mind came to the worst, she said to both of them, "Izuku, Mia, did you both just have sex?" Izuku and Mia were both shocked as mother said that. Izuku and Mia look back to each other and they both get a slight nervous nod. As Inko was just about to hit Izuku on the head, saying, "You better have used protection, motherfucker," as she smacked him on the head just like Bakugo's mum did in season 3. As Izuku held his head in a little bit of pain, but then asked Mia did he use protection, as Mia said, "No he didn't, Miss Inko." As Inko was a little bit mad, but she calmed herself down, because she just remembered foxes and snakes normally going heat around this time, around summer or winter, so she wasn't too mad about it because they couldn't resist it. As Inko said, "Alright then, we're gonna have to call Mrs. Yairozu and Mr. Yairozu in the morning and tell them to bring a pregnancy test to you and to see if you're pregnant or not." As Inko looked over to Izuku with a death glare, as then she said to him, "You better take responsibility, Izuku." As Izuku replied back saying, "Oh, trust me, I will definitely. If I didn't, you would probably kill me." "You damn right I would kill you, Izuku." We're going to have a little time skip to the next day. Izuku and Mia couldn't sleep. The only thing they did was cuddle near each other to make sure one of them was scared of what's about to happen. As it turned 7:30 p.m., Inko was just calling the Yairozu family and asking them could they come with a pregnancy test. As Miss Yairozu knew what this was instantly, as she woke up her husband and her daughter, shouting at them to wake up, "We have an emergency." "What is it, darling?" Mr. Yairozu said. "Oh, you won't believe it if I told you. Mia might be pregnant." As Mr. Yairozu shot up from the bed, as rushed downstairs as fast as he could, dressing himself in the process, as he rushed into the car, and without his wife and daughter, he drove off at the fastest the law could allow him. As he rushed into the shop as fast as he could because he got the hint saying pregnant. As he rushed into the shop and bought 5 pregnancy tests and didn't worry about the $5 change. And then he rushed to the Midoriya household as fast as he could, also using his little quirk he has handy. But the moment he got to the door, without even knocking, he broke the door down and rushed in as fast as he could to Izuku's room where Mia and Inko were. Mia was wrapped around Izuku, shaking a little bit, but it wasn't too noticeable unless you were touching her, as Inko was sitting right beside her, also hugging her in her time of need. But in Mia's mental state, she was beyond giddy that she might be having her darling's child, as Mr. Yairozu let out a shit ton of bloodlust to Izuku. Why the fuck did he get his daughter pregnant before they entered UA? As Inko walked towards him and saying, "They have been in heat for the past 3 days, so their mating season kicked in early." As Mr. Yairozu understood this and calmed down, knowing that her daughter and their son-in-law couldn't control their sexual urges. As Mr. Yairozu handed the pregnancy test to Mia, as Inko helped her up and almost carried her to the bathroom where they could have the test done. as Mr. Yaoyorozu was standing next to Izuku, grabbing his tail and saying, "I swear, Izuku, I will kill you in your sleep for this." As Izuku had a shiver down his spine, knowing he might end up doing it. Mr. Yaoyorozu was still staring at Izuku with intent to kill. As those 5 minutes was passing, Inko came out with Mia, as Mia had a grin that rivals All Might on her face, as Inko showed Mr. Yaoyorozu the pregnancy test, as he felt a entire shit ton of bloodlust coming to Izuku, but at the same time he was happy he was going to be a grandfather. While this was happening, Momo and Mrs. Yaoyorozu came through the door and saw her husband crying but happy at the same time. The only time she's ever seen him cry was at when Momo was born, same with Mia. After that he wasn't crying as much. As Momo walked up to her dad with the pregnancy test in hand, as she peeked over and saw it was positive. As Momo looked back at her mom and Mia, saying, "I'm gonna be an auntie," she said loudly. As Momo's mom went to Mia and started hugging her and kissing on the forehead, saying, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh." As Mr. Yaoyorozu went to Izuku to put both his hands on his shoulders, saying, "Please take care of my loving daughter, please. I beg of you, Izuku. Please treat her with respect." "I will," Izuku said. "I will make sure that baby gets a really nice, loving father and mother to take care of it." As that day, with Mia and Izuku talking to their family about what they were going to do, as it was late at the night as they went to bed, the next morning they got a text from All Might stating that UA's entrance exam has been cancelled because of a villain attack that got a lot of people injured. This includes staff and most of the year 2 students and year 3, so UA is going to be closed till further notice. This is going to be put on a live TV talk show, stating this if you want to know more, Izuku and Mia. As Izuku and Mia shot up from the bed, forgetting that Mia was pregnant, as they went rushing downstairs to go tell their mother, but the moment they looked at the TV, they were horrified at the amount of destruction that was caused in the UA premises. As Izuku and Mia had the same idea to go check if All Might would pick up their phone, as 2 minutes later he picked it up, saying, "What's wrong, Izuku and Mia? You alright?" As Izuku and Mia said, "Yes, we're okay, but how are you? Are you fine?" "Haha, yes, I'm fine, young Midoriya and young Mia. Nothing can kill me." As Izuku said, "Can we meet up to talk about this more?" As All Might said, "Not right now, no. I'm about to enter a press conference saying what's happened, because the reason why Nezu's not doing it is because he's filling out paperwork." Izuku and Mia understood as they both hung up. As Izuku and Mia both looked at each other, saying, "Oh my gosh." As those 2 weeks passed, Mia's stomach bloated up quite fast, as Izuku was wondering why it did so fast, as he decided to do some research of his own, as he came across snakes give birth 45 days after their pregnancy. They're meant to lay 14 to 5 eggs every single time. Oh my god, are we gonna have multiple kids? Izuku thought in his head, but he couldn't say this to Mia, scared that she might react, as he kept this quiet, as All Might rung his phone, as Izuku picked it up, saying, "Hello, who's this?" "Young Midoriya, is young Mia with you? I would like to speak with you both." No, at the moment, Mia's at her house." "Do you want to meet up?" Izuku said. "Yes, I would like to very much. We need to get some training sessions in, so Mia can control more percentages of one for all." All Might, training might be out of the question." "Why is that, young Midoriya? What is wrong?" You'll know when you see her," Izuku said, as Izuku went to Mia's house to go pick her up, stating that All Might called them and wanting them to go to Dagobah Beach for some reason. Izuku and Mia went there to see All Might, Gran Torino, Nezu, and Nemori, and Mirko standing there. The moment Midnight and Mirko saw Mia, they instantly went wide-eyed, saying, "Oh my fucking god, she's pregnant," they both said out loud while rushing to her. As Gran Torino also said, "What the fuck?" as All Might just stood there in shock, wondering if this was real or not. The moment Midnight and Mirko asked the question, saying, "Is she actually pregnant?" Izuku and Mia both nodded, as this set it off All Might's protective instincts, saying, "I must protect her with my life now." As we do a couple months time skip, 2 months to be precise, Mia's stomach was fully grown, as Izuku had his head on her lap, trying to feel the baby kicking or slithering, because he didn't know what kind of quirk or mutation the baby would have, a fox or a snake quirk. Without Mia realizing, but Izuku noticed straight away, Mia kind of wetted herself a tiny bit, as Izuku pulled Mia's leg a tiny bit, saying, "Mia, did you just pee yourself or something?" As Mia said, "No, I didn't." "Then what is this?" Izuku said in shock, as then he instantly picked her up, as shouting, "Mom, we might need an ambulance, or you need to rush us to the hospital immediately." As Mia didn't know what was happening at the moment, but carrying her like this was making her very happy, as Izuku was carrying her further downstairs, as Mia finally registered in her head because she saw how wet her pants was. "Oh my god, no, I'm giving birth," as Mia said out loud, as Inko rushed outside to the car, as she started the engine, as she instantly rushed Mia to the hospital. The moment they got there, Mia was put on a stretcher and instantly put into the hospital room, where she was being giving birth to. As that's where we're going to leave the video off, guys. It's a big cliffhanger. I know you guys wanted this for quite a while, and I apologize. I've been trying to get some stuff done through college, everything like that, so I do apologize for this. And if you guys have enjoyed, just leave a comment section down below, and if you guys want more, just tell me and I'll try and get this out as much as I can. The script's a pain in the ass to write because I always cringe at it a lot, to be honest. And if you guys want to get in contact with me personally, the Discord to the Blaze Hero channel will be linked in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.